What is up, everybody? Today is Friday, July 23rd. Happy Friday. We are back after a one-day hiatus caused by technical difficulties. We are running into them again today, but I'm going to persist and we are definitely going to get today's episode out. So hopefully on this recording, we don't run into those issues and we can get a morning mint out. A lot happened in the last 48 hours, but I'll try to cover that pretty quickly and highlight the most important things as we go into the weekend as well. Lots of stuff seeming to be on the plate for next week. We do have a drop today, and hopefully we'll start announcing some big announcements that I've been sitting on for quite some time starting next week that are pretty exciting. If you're not in the Discord, go join the Discord. And if there's anything I can do for any of you, please reach out. I'd like to help the people that watch the show and add any value I can to your guys' lives. So let me know. With that said, Bored Ape Yacht Club confirmed an announcement for Bored Ape Kennel Club is very soon, stating that Friday, or not Friday, well, July 28th, which is only 5 days away from today. The latest, they will have an announcement for Bored Ape Kennel Club. So they are making lots of progress. They're waiting on one stakeholder to finish up some stuff. I know mutations are almost done. So the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape Kennel Club ecosystems, I think, are about to explode. The price action is probably going to get a little crazy here. We usually hear the term, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think that this is a case where it might be buy the rumor, buy the news, buy Bored Ape Yacht Club. Just because there's likely just so much kind of anticipation for this. And we've seen that Bored Ape Yacht Club can over deliver that there might be hype going into this, but the hype might increase going after that that announcement. So very excited to see what happens there. If you're not in their Discord, go check it out. And if you are, definitely spend some time reading it. Here's a site I came across over the last 24 hours that just looks over all the floor prices. I think there's other sites out there, but this is wgmi.io, worth checking out. Seems like a very cool kind of like feature site. You can link it with your MetaMask. I think more sites like this are going to be important. Analytics, certainly an underappreciated area within the NFT ecosystem. I'm hopefully going to be putting out more content that drives in the fact that analytics should be used not only from a buying perspective, but understanding the entire market movement area and how that the market is moving. In some drama news, Amir posting yesterday that he's writing that about Nifty Gateway and why you should avoid using it, stating that it's not your keys, not your art, and kind of explaining the damage to the NFT space that he thinks they are causing. Nifty Gateway quick to respond with a statement saying, "It is our policy not to comment in detail on matters that are under litigation. However, as you know, we are currently pursuing legal action to recover money you owe us. When a customer such as yourself bids on an auction on Nifty Gateway and wins, you are obligated to pay. Placing large bids and failing to pay for them damages artists and degrades the integrity of the broader NFT ecosystem." Which in short just says, we're not going to talk, but we're suing you because you owe us money. There definitely seems to be quite some drama around this. I personally have nothing against Nifty Gateway, even if a lot of the drops that are on there are down significantly in price. I do think it was a great onboarding mechanic for a lot of people to get into the NFT space. A lot of my friends, their first purchase was on Nifty. I have a lot of friends that were artists who dropped on Nifty and did well. I just think that attention has gone from Nifty to OpenSea, where mainly people are playing the secondary market there, and most primary drops are happening on personalized smart contracts. Oh, not really personalized. It's Bored Ape Yacht Club's contract. It's just been modified. But in all seriousness, a lot of people are having their drops on their own contracts, on their own websites, and then they are funneling to OpenSea for the secondary market and trading. So interesting to see how this kind of legal action and drama plays out, but something to be aware of that is happening in the ecosystem. Jake Osmond dropping a 1-of-1 last night, saying that he'll essentially just accept whoever has the highest bid. That turned into a Dutch auction that starts at 5 and ends at 4 Ethereum. That'll end July 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In other news, we are approaching quickly the staking and burning mechanic for Punk's comic. I'm not sure exactly the date on this, but it is soon approaching. You should understand that this is, a calculated financial moment for a lot of you, where you have to decide how are you going to essentially deploy your tokens and essentially your Ethereum that you've invested in a token already to maximize returns. Because essentially at the beginning you were buying a token and it was, I just want the comic. At this point though, most people, this is truly just a financial decision. We're getting away from like NFTs simply just being some art or animation or photos. This is a really strong project, and I'm fully bullish on not only Punk's comic but Pixel Vault altogether. I've been able to meet with G-Funk, meet with Preston. I understand their long-term vision for like philosophy. I don't know what's coming around the corner, but I understand how they think. And I like how they think. Seeing them deploy DeFi mechanics, see them go to gaming, how much they're putting into art, how they're making a story around the brand and all of their assets. It just makes me very excited. I know that they're going to bring in merchandising. They're going to certainly explore other areas as well. So really, if you don't own a Punk's comic, I suggest you consider buying one. But I do expect there to be FOMO as we go into the burning staking time, so it might not be good to wait until that happens. I also am expecting a lot more people to start putting out like financial dissections into what you ought to do with your comic. But Beanie also announcing that there is going to be, I guess, an announcement regarding why you should burn in the coming days. But I'd certainly do your own research and understand what the best option for you is and what your strategy is going to be. In Artblocks news, there was a 100 Ethereum Fidenza sale, and this is the first 3-digit sale we've seen for Fidenza, and apparently it's the first 3-figure sale for Artblocks altogether. I certainly do not think it will be the last. Fidenza kind of taking the top kind of polling point for Artblocks, kicking ringers and other projects that have been held as the highest before. Fidenza being one of the most complicated and impressive algorithms I've also seen. Very exciting to see such a wild sale. Fidenza is certainly going to be a long-term blue chip hold. I'm not sure in the current market if they are overinflated or underinflated or overhyped, underhyped, but I do understand that and believe that these are fine pieces of artwork that will hold value over the long term. In other news regarding to Pixel Vault, there was a Meta Hero Universe reveal on some male characters. This was 8 characters that were revealed. There will be more details shared. We had the snapshot on July 15th for the Mint Pass. That will hopefully be getting kicked off next week, and we'll be looking for the minting process for the Meta Heroes coming in the not too distant future. So I'm very excited about this. It'll be a game. There'll be some other cool concepts that happen within it. I'm excited, and it looks like Claire Silver is also very excited. News from OpenSea that they've changed their offer email subject line. If you haven't seen this, for anybody who gets lots and lots of offers and bids on their pieces, it means a lot that you can now not have to click on every single email to see if there's something worth your time going and accepting. This is a game changer. I know this probably only took like a few minutes to change, but it is a huge kind of quality of life improvement for a lot of people. So good job, OpenSea, continuing to make me happy. We have an Artblocks drop today, and as Josh says, all gas, no brakes. That is what we will have today. It is at 12 noon Eastern time, and you'll know because gas prices will spike. It is for Glitch Crystal Monsters by Alida Sun. Let's see if I can get this to reload and show what we're looking at. It is an animated piece, three-dimensional, rotating. There's only going to be, I believe, 1,000 of these at 0.1 ETH per piece. I am expecting this to almost instantaneously sell out, as Art Blocks has become the premier kind of generate art to own, and many people are trying to pair and have every single piece of every single curated drop. For some reason, it looks like we're not able to load this. It is project 114, so go check it out. The application process for the currency, which is Damien Hirst, newest project, it'll be 10,000 physical pieces that you have the option to either get the physical or burn and get the digital. That application ended on July 21st. And then yesterday we saw, actually, I think it was the evening of the 21st, we saw the first 2,000 announcements. I think we've seen another 2,000 announcements since then. Not all 10,000 have been announced. It is kind of rolling out as people go through application, it looks like, as well as if we see people buy each of their allocations. So if somebody gets allocated one and they don't buy, that piece will then be reoffered to another person. I know there has been a little bit of churn with the project. I know a few people who didn't buy, and then obviously those were reoffered to other people in the application pool. This is one that my brother got, number 135. It's a good place. It's really cool that you can see the statistics. I like the one he got. I also purchased one, 1204, been through their yarmulks. Yarmulks being, a yarmulke. It's a Jewish hat. I love it. Very cool. Mine is very drippy, as you can see from this, scaling score. Really cool that they did all of these characteristics through artificial intelligence. I am a sucker for some good AI hype. But really cool to see that they have analytics on physical pieces. I don't think we see that very much in the art world. There was a great article from Dark Days Photography analyzing the currency project and looking at some rarities, understanding what kind of the background is, the different colors, the different characteristics. There were some rankings and some good analysis here. It's a really good surface level analysis on the project from a statistical and I guess kind of like where things stand article. I am expecting way more analysis on like the rarity. I'm sure Rarity.tools will come out with something here. But in the meantime, definitely go check out this article from Dark Days. Yesterday we get a announcement from Ghost and the Cool Cats collab. There are kind of three different areas here. One is an airdrop where on Thursday, July 22nd, they're all holders of a Cool Cat or a Gang piece will receive an airdrop from Cool Cat's collaboration. The piece was created by Ghost, and then this piece will be free of charge. It'll drop. It'll be on Polygon. I don't know actually if all those pieces have been airdropped yet. It looks like only 2,000 have been dropped. The snapshot was taken on Thursday, so if you don't have one, it's too late. And essentially, they're going to be rolling out all those airdrops. It looks like over the next 24 hours probably. There is an auction as well for a one-of-one piece that will begin July 23rd today at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be a 24-hour auction, American style, and then this will be going to charity. There's also art drop info for Sunday, July 25th. 150 original Cool Cats pieces will be released in the Ghost Collabs collection. This piece, it was created by Klon, and it's only accepting offers from people holding a Cool Cat or Gang piece. The final offer price will be announced on Ghost Twitter at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that is exciting, really cool announcements there. I am bullish Ghosts. I am bullish Cool Cats. I love both the projects. Excited to see what happens. So taking a quick look, there are, like I said, only 2,000 owners, and I don't think that these have all rolled out quite yet. It looks like up to like 2 hours ago, transfers were still taking place, and I don't know if this is fully over. I don't believe so because I haven't got one, and if it is over, I'm gonna complain. No, but it's certainly interesting to see how this plays out from kind of like a price mechanic. Obviously, we've seen lots of airdrops be, kind of sell off after they come out. This seems to be one that the price is slowly increasing over time for people who want to get it in their hands. So that is the piece that is being airdropped. Go check it out. Very cool. The NFT market overall right now seems to be back. Lots of green on the 24-hour, few projects down on the 24-hour, but for most part, everything is up. Bored Ape Yacht Club and Bored Ape Kennel Club taking the number 1 and number 2 spots on OpenSea. If you don't have an ape and a dog at a minimum price right now, it will cost you almost 9 Ethereum to get into having an ape and a dog, which is kind of crazy to me. The floor price for Bored Ape Yacht Club pulling back a little from 7, but we have seen kind of this like 6 to 7 range. I think we'll see this roll up to double digits, possibly on a big announcement. Art blocks up over 45% over the last 24 hours. Just looking through the market, lots of green, Cool Cats up, Art blocks Playground up. The crypto hodlers down over the last 24 hours. The weird whales down over the last 24 hours, losing, I think, attention in the narrative right now. VFriends down over the last 24 hours, I think simply just in volume. Crypto Beast, which will be exciting to see. I know they have game utility. There's metaverse. There's lots going on with Crypto Beast. Excited to see that project. Lots of people aping in on those eggs. We had some Wicked Craniums news, I think. Seeing that have a little bit of green. Fame Lady Squad still chilling around 0.1, pulling back from 0.15. Yeah, I mean, like the market looks healthy in my opinion. Punk's Comic bumping up from 0.8 to 0.9. I think we'll see this price slowly increase. Yeah, I mean, the market's looking good, guys. I think that there is a little less volume still. That's kind of what we've seen over the last week, and I detailed in the last video we did. Volume is down, prices are up. I'm expecting volume to pick up at some point here, but I think the price of Ethereum is having a bit of an impact on the market as people are kind of being conservative in some areas, trying to either hedge one way or the other and make their own bets. Looking at Bored Ape Yacht Club floor right now, we have a floor of just under 7. We know what the floor is likely going to look like. We are sitting in this kind of buy, this double top for volume, but pricing still going up. I am expecting volume to probably come back on this with that announcement. We did see a big 30 ETH trippy sale roll in here about an hour ago. The rest here are between the 7 and 10 Ethereum price point. There was also a crown 8 hours ago that sold at 16.5 Ethereum. And like I said, the rest being between 7 and 10 Ethereum. Not many double digits happening outside of those two big sales. Bored Ape Kennel Club sitting right around a 2 Ethereum floor. Again, the double volume tops on the chart. Expecting this volume to come back with the announcement. Most pricing being between the 2 and 4 Ethereum price points. Not seeing any huge sales here in the last 12 hours. So yeah, that's interesting. Kind of from just like a market purchasing perspective, most of the purchasing for dogs happening at the floor. I'll tell you why this is. Like, people don't know what the announcements are going to be. They don't know what the utilities of the dogs are going to be. So the safest bet is to buy at the floor. If just having a dog is important, you win on the floor. If having a certain trait that is desirable is important. Obviously, possibly the floor is not the safest place to be. Definitely the ones that have the rarer traits and the cooler, looks are going to be the ones that are sought after. But if there is like a utility where you just need to own a dog, your highest kind of payback is buying on the floor. So that's kind of the mental thought process of most people, I would assume, right now. Art Blocks curated, seeing some sales roll in. Still, again, like Art Blocks being one of the hottest kind of projects and collections in the space. Again, we can see the volume is down, but prices, oh boy, they are up. The average price for Art Blocks obviously being slightly inflated by that 100 ETH Fidenza sale rolling through. Certainly seeing some Fidenzas under the low double digits here. I'm excited to see what happens with Art Blocks over the next kind of couple days. We do have a drop, like I said, today at noon. Here's that Fidenza 100 ETH sale. And yeah, like it's crazy. It is just crazy right now with Art Blocks. Super excited to see how this plays out in the long term. I am certainly a Art Blocks bull. Super fan of Jeff and what Snowflower are doing and the rest of the team. Excited to see the next series start up. Subducks floor seeing at 0.3. I think we saw somebody get gifted a subduck that was worth quite a lot of money through a Twitter giveaway. That was really cool. But looking at the floor, seeing a little bit of a bump in pricing over the last 48 hours. Definitely some decent price action. We got one guy here aping in the real super massive, buying 3. But yeah, nothing too insane right now in price action. We had that kind of spike up, consolidation over 2-3 days, and then pricing starting to bump up. I think that might just because the floor got a little compressed, and then it allowed just for some buying activity to start bringing that price up, which is interesting. Cool Cats currently sitting at 0.7 floor. Interesting to look at this chart. We had that Ghost announcement. I think a lot of people bought into the project. I'm sure we're waiting on some announcements to come from them in the following kind of couple weeks here. We are seeing buying off of the floor here. We have a 1.47 rolling through, and definitely the price points for the rarest and most sought after kind of tiers being the ones that we're seeing get the more the higher bids and the higher sales prices. The TV screens or computer screens certainly still being one of the most sought after attributes right now. So yeah, I like the Cats. Excited to see what happens here. If there is anything else that happens with this project, we'll probably see prices go up. I currently have 2 Cats. I'll disclose that. But yeah, it's kind of been this slow, hanging around the 0.7 to 1.5 ETH sales range. So average sales kind of just being at 1 for the time being. Volume is down. Let's see if that comes back with anything that happens with that project. Weird Whales just, doing what whales do and going to the bottom right now. They are losing steam, volume and pricing down. Not really seeing anything big happen here. On the sale side, no big purchases, mostly just people buying up at the floor. BTC1 has been absolutely just aggregating these things. I've seen some other wallets doing it, but BTC1 must be making a bag, as well as this 74BE0A. Why not? Let's take a look and see what they have as far as whales while we're on the video. So let's see here. Go to this. I gotta remember how to find the whales. Go filter, collections, and we'll go to weird whales. We'll just do weird. Or no, it's not gonna let me. Anyway, recently received. Let's see here. So yeah, we got this guy with 9. So only recently, it looks like this guy making his bag only with like a dozen. I'm curious to see how many BTC1 has here for the whales. Nope, it looks like BTC1 certainly having lots of other things going on. But as you can see from the the recent buying activity, there are some people making bets on this project coming back and on this kid doing big things. Will be interesting to see how that plays out. Meebit's floor price falling more and more every single day. Now we're back to almost 1.5. We did see that whole huge price and volume spike, and then watch average prices go up. However, we are seeing still some big sales roll through, having a 6.8 about an hour ago. And then I know we've had some purchases off the floor for some pigs around the 5 to 7 range. So here's a 6 rolling through. Otherwise, it's just been people buying the floor. So it's interesting to see that churn of people who bought on the floor and now just trying to get out of their position as the price is dropping. Still interesting. We haven't had any big announcements around what is happening with the Meebits. Will be interesting to see what happens long term there. I know a lot of people are working on animated and movie series. For them, VFriends still sitting around a 4 ETH floor. We're seeing volume die off a little bit with this project, and sales prices for average sales dropping down. I do think this has to do with a lot of pricing just increasing so much. Like Gift Goat's floor is like 40 ETH right now. Seeing a Hangout Hawk get resold for 12.5 ETH. Seeing some other big sales. I think like 24 hours ago, we saw a spec go for 14. And then we had 2 specs go for 19 and 14 Ethereum 48 hours ago. The rest seem to be just core purchases down on the floor. We did see a rare robot go for 7.5, which is cool. Great pickup for whoever bought that. So excited for VFriends. I'm waiting for announcements. We still have no announcements that really have sent FOMO in. We'll be interesting to see what happens there. Tommy Gun and Crypto King Dom with their project picking up volume but losing it over the last day or two here. I do expect with announcements and more utility to come out around this project, we'll see pricing go up. A lot of people did get eggs for free, which means that there are lots of people maybe just wanting to sell, take the free quarter ETH. But I think that it's exciting to see what they're doing. They're really passionate for the ecosystem and for Ethereum. And yeah, like I like the eggs. They're cool. And their Discord community is really passionate, which is awesome. So excited to see what happens here. They've done over 600 ETH in the last 90 days as far as volume goes. Average price currently sitting at 0.44 ETH for resale. So it looks like most of the purchasing is down around the floor. I'm curious where the higher sales are happening. So it looks like as far as like land goes, people are selling land because there is land in the game. And I'm assuming, yeah, like stuff that's down around the center selling for more. We see like stuff that's in the low hundreds going for a couple ETH. Very interesting. And also looks to see like we have kind of the same folks buying who are, it looks like trying to aggregate land and eggs in the game. So very cool. Hopefully that continues to do well for everybody involved. Punk's sitting at a 0.9 floor for the Punk's comic. Volume down. We saw a volume spike around their announcements, and then we're kind of slowly fading out. This spike also around the Meta Hero snapshot. We're likely to see this volume and price pick up as we go back into staking burning territory. I've stated before. Still seeing, a couple dozen sell over the last 24 hours. Mostly looks like just people picking up 1. This guy picking up 2, however. So yeah, most people I think are picking up between 2 to 3 on the low side, and then you have your absolute degens picking up multiple additions. So we'll see what happens there. It's very exciting. I'll have to take a look at how many holders hold that project. Let's do that on the video. Why not? Take a look at the contract. and see what is going on with it. So taking a look at Punk's comic, we're now up to 2,700 holders. And I think at the time of like before the snapshot for Meta Heroes, this was down around the low 2000s. So it would have been like 2,200. So certainly this project is getting more and more attention. More people are buying a few comics to hold. I think people who have bags possibly selling out to realize that one ETH gain when we were up around 1.2. And yeah, certainly some interesting sales happening here. Seeing some people in the 300s selling and transferring. So we've had over almost 15,000 transfers of comics, and we're currently sitting at 2,700 unique holders for the comic, on its way to 2,800. Very exciting to see all those transfers happening. With this said, I believe we had originally had those 10,000 transfers from the originator address to each buyer. And then kind of from there, there's been an additional 4,000 transfers. So that should give you an idea of, how things are progressing. Like there's been lots of transfer. I'm sure somebody can do some analysis and understand what that means as far as like original holders, who's adding to their bag, and then who is selling, and how many newcomers are coming in for that project, and make some good kind of insights into what's happening. I won't do that right now, but certainly a project worth doing that analysis on. Punks, currently sitting at 20 ETH floor still. The floor looks not bad for what we have and about how much price action in the price of Ethereum. So the floor looks good, 20 ETH floor. Seeing lots of buying on the floor right now. That 20 to 30 range certainly being the most bought up range. We did see a 80 ETH blonde go for sale. We did see a 68 ETH blonde with 3D glasses go for sale. Let's see, anything else crazy? We did have that hoodie 2 days ago. Nothing too insane. Like I like, I like to see that the floor is having that price action. I certainly think that punks are still that like blue chip, always going to be sought after, always going to be collectible. Really interesting to see everybody getting back into this project. I still want a punk. I'm going to make some decisions financially here on what the best options for me to get a punk are. Would love to get into that ecosystem. On the topic of cryptocurrency as a whole, as we do play as NFT buyers, collectors, investors, do play in a cryptocurrency market. The whole market is up almost 1.5% or 1.62% over the last 24 hours. We have seen Ethereum on this rise from the 1,700 lows that we saw. Bitcoin now back over $30,000. It's interesting because if we look at an actual chart here on what or where we stand as far as from that 4,400 high all the way down to that 1,800 low, where do we stand? So this descending wedge kind of showing its pattern. You can see that floor has held as a kind of jumping point over the last 3 dips that we've had. So we came down, hit this price point at the low 1700s, jumped up, came back 1700 lows, jumped up. Same thing playing out here. So over the next, we're the 23rd. By the end of the weekend, likely here, we'll have some understanding of, are we going to bust through this? If we were to bust through this support, I do think we see this go. Just as if we bust through the bottom support, I think we see it run. So, again, I'm not a trader. Do your own research. Don't take what I'm saying as financial advice, but understand that this pattern here exists. And have a strategy for if it fails in one way or another, or if it holds. We could very well stay in this wedge well into midway through August. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but we could see some consolidation really start to happen and get squeezed down, and see a period of like stability. We also could see a large move by breaking out of this and people saying, hey, the depression is down and we're going back up to 44. Or we could see this miss and say, hey, we're going back down to triple digit territory. So definitely be aware of that. So yeah, that is the morning mint for today. Hope everybody enjoys. We'll have some more updates maybe on the weekend. If not, I'll see you on Monday morning. I hope everybody enjoyed that Donda Kanye West last night. Album coming out tonight. Definitely had to rep the Kanye West shirt today. I'm in a good mood. I'm happy, excited. Lots of stuff on the next 7-day outlook for myself. Hopefully start sharing that stuff. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if there's any way I can help anybody, leave a comment, shoot me a DM, comment on Twitter, let me know. Certainly trying to help people either get connected or figure out things, find devs. If you're trying to learn how to do something, let me know. Hopefully put you in contact with people. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's morning mint, and I will catch you on the next one.